3 p.m. Sideline sit down, and I'm joined here with a couple of special guests, Noah and DeAndre Gonzalez, one of going to Bella and one of ex-PSJA North, played at Texas Wesleyan, correct, Noah?
Yes, sir.
All right, boys. Let's get into it, man. How's the summer been treating you guys? What's it been like? I know the whole COVID situation, lockdown. I know athletes had to adjust a little bit. Just how you guys been, keeping in shape and whatnot.
Well, we just been training every day with our trainers for Dr. Mata and Bo as well. And we just try to do what we can through all this quarantine stuff. I know with the virus, like a lot of things are shutting down. It's real hard. We're not able to do the things that normal kids can do. So we just do what we can and try to use everything that we can to our advantage.
Yeah, it's a real different summer this year because there's like very little things we can do because we can't be with everybody else with the virus and stuff. So we just try to stay home, try to do what we can do, run around like the canal and stuff,
Yeah, so
work.
Yeah, I understand it's been tough and whatnot. You spoke about for Dr. Mata, George Mata. For those who don't know, there's a lot of training with a lot of local athletes. Helps them take their game to the next level. Actually, friend of the show, we've had him on here a couple weeks ago. So just how's that been? How did you guys get turned on to Mr. Mata and his training regimen? How's that been going? And how's it really helped y'all's game?
Well, in terms of me, I first met him when I was a sophomore, and it was first starting out. So it was just like 3-4 people coming out to the sessions. Sometimes he would do free sessions and stuff like that, just to expand his clientele. And I just stuck with him throughout my high school career as well as my brother, and he's gotten us where we needed to be. And all we really needed was someone to believe in him, and we both believed in him. And it just took off from there, and now he's just one of the best trainers.
Now he has his own 7-on-7 and stuff, and he's just going up from there, training with college athletes, high school athletes, NFL athletes, anything, and very great.
Yeah, and one of the things he's talked about, getting the most out of athletes, especially kids from the valley, giving them confidence and sharpening their skills so they so they can go compete at that next level. So they do have the confidence that they can go and make splashes. Noah, I guess we'll start with you. I know you play at Texas Wesleyan, and I know you're looking to transfer elsewhere. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How is that? How has the training helped you? I mean, did you notice the difference in your game? Did it help kind of ease the transition going into college?
Well, and as most athletes, like they're really not too exposed to higher level competition. And down here, I know we do have a lot of great athletes, but it's not really compared to what we do up north because they're a lot bigger and a lot faster as well. And I feel like as working with him, he has got me, especially in my technique, to get to that pace and get where I need to be when I first got there to fall camp. And he just got me ready.
Yeah, for sure. And DeAndre, so you played on that 7-on-7 team with Team Zap, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I know there's a lot of high-profile players. You go up to 7-on-7 tournaments, and there's a lot of high-profile athletes. A lot of guys are getting looked at by colleges and whatnot. How did you feel you stacked up against them, and how do you feel maybe some of that training helped you develop a little bit?
Well, Mata 7-on-7 it's great because when we go up there, we're going against like people that already have scholarships and stuff. So when we come down here, it's easier competition because you go up there, they're like grown men. And what's it called? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys. I mean, what do you guys? Obviously being together. How have you guys train together? I mean, just what's y'all's dynamic like? I know. Now since you're older, I mean, do you kind of help a little bit? With DeAndre. Just how is that dynamic between you guys?
Well, usually it's like a friendly competition right now. We just every day we're going at it since he plays receiver and I play DB. It's just every day. It's like we're going
just try to get each other better.
Yeah, we're always doing the reps that we need to do, and I can always get work because my brother plays receiver and he's one of the best in my opinion. So if I can go against him, he can probably go against people up there as well in the college level.
Yeah, and how's that been like? I know DeAndre, you're a tall kid. You're around what, 6 feet
Yes, sir.
plus a little bit. So you're a tall kid. I mean, Noah, how does he compare? Body wise to maybe some of the guys I know. Maybe I don't know what the sizes are like over there in college, but maybe he's compared to maybe a slot guy, maybe a smaller outside guy at the college level. But I mean, just how does that compare for you?
Well, really, it varies depending on his skill set. In my opinion, he's very physical off the line. But since he is at 6 feet, he's in my opinion, a good slot receiver because if you're nimble enough and you're able to make the plays and squeeze through any zones that you're able to do, then you're able to accomplish anything you need to do. Because really, at the college level, you got to play at what their scheme is, and you got to adjust to everything on the fly. And I feel like he can do that as well on the outside or on the inside.
And DeAndre, I mean, just so what's your take on that? On what he said? I mean, just how has been going up against him? He's a kid with college skills. Just how does that help you to hone your game?
Well, my brother helps me a lot because, like he said, he's been in the college level, so he's like knows what to do. So when he comes down here, it helps me out. It's easier because I'm going against harder people. So when I go back to my school and I go against competition like my age and stuff, it's way easier because I'm going against bigger and better people and faster.
Yeah, for sure. And I know now you're with Edinburgh Vela. You're gonna be playing with another really solid quarterback. Just what's that like for you? To go in, have this ability to train with not only with Mr. Mata but your brother. How ready do you feel going in to the next football season with the new team and everything?
I feel great. The first day I got there, the environment was great. Everybody's like on task. Everybody has the same goal, and that's to, make the playoffs and go as far as they can, especially when it's other people's senior year. And like AJ Sotero, our quarterback, everybody they brought me in, and like sometimes since like it's COVID and stuff, they be having like one-on-one. So our quarterback will bring all the receivers, and we all get together and do stuff. And that's not like what I really used to do. And like going over there, it's a very different environment, and I like it. Like our coaches are more experienced. They've been like in the college level and the NFL level. Like my coach Jamar Taylor, he used to play for the Giants, and he gives me skills that I didn't know, and he teaches me like tips so I can bring to my game and improve myself better.
Yeah, for sure. And well, yeah, I mean, we're all excited to see that. We know what you can do here. With your size and your ability and your skills. So we're all kind of it'll be exciting to see going into this season. Especially with Soteo, he's a really good arm. I've seen him play, so that's gonna look fun. We'll see what happens with that. And then Noah, just how was your time at Texas Wesleyan? Just how have you honed your skills? Just how's your time there been?
It was nice. I appreciated everything that they offered me, every opportunity. But when I first came in, and nothing was given. Like in the college level, you start from the bottom, you got to work your way up. And due to injuries and due to everything there, like through fall camp, I got the confidence enough, and I believed in myself, and I eventually earned a starting spot. But due to financial reasons, as I say, because I don't know, most people might not know, but you're getting paid to play basically. So your college scholarship is basically how your performance as well. So due to financial reasons, like I don't have the best financial background, but through the tape that I do have right now, I can get an opportunity for myself elsewhere. But as far as the coaches and the environment, I don't regret going there. They taught me how to be a man, not only as a person in the classroom, but as the field as well. And I can be forever grateful to those people over there at Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of athletes, want the ability to go and play football at the next level, or any kind of sport at the next level. But what people, I guess what gets lost in the shuffle is the life lessons you learn and the things that they teach you, when you're off the field. So I mean, kudos to you, man, for really embracing that part as well. So it says a lot about your character, man. So that's good. I know. Do you have any plans for what's next?
For sure. I'm talking to a couple of schools right now, but due to COVID right now, I can't do no official visits or anything. So whatever I'm doing right now at home, I'm sending off to coaches, and I'm just waiting on an opportunity right now. I have several opportunities, but as far as making the decision, I gotta see what's gonna happen right now with the whole virus situation.
All right. Any high points from this past season that you remember, man? Any time where you kind of just felt the switch go on for you, man, or it became you felt that you maybe arrived or like started to fit in, find your place.
I think it would be my fourth game. We're in a conference and we played in Arizona. And I don't know, it was just a real experience because being a kid from the Valley, going to play all the way to Arizona, going on a plane, going on the bus, going on the like nice hotels and everything paid for, and going to a game comfortably. And as soon as I got there to the stadium, like the whole stadium was surrounded by mountains. So I just took a deep breath and I just looked and I was like, wow, like I really came from the Valley all the way over here to Arizona. I'm playing a college football game. I guess right there. And when I first played, as soon as they always say, once you get hit in the mouth or you hit someone in the mouth, that's when you know it's real. So once I hit someone in the mouth, that's when I knew it was real. And I arrived.
Yeah, it's something to be said about the atmosphere. The scapes. I mean, you see some of these. I mean, especially maybe not some of the bigger stadiums, but sometimes you go to smaller schools with smaller stadiums, and it's all about the surrounding. But nonetheless, it's a college level, and being able to take it all in. I mean, that's what it's all about, just as much as the game. So
For sure.
I'm happy you got to experience that. DeAndre, I know you still got a whole senior season to go. I mean, just we'll talk about what are some of your goals for this year, and what's on the horizon for you, beyond that?
Well, my goals, I'm gonna have big expectations for myself. I'm trying to get 20 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, and more than 60 some receiving. I have a lot of big expectations for myself this year, especially with the team that I'm with now. The whole environment is gonna get me right. I know it will.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you're playing to be where your brother's at, right? Is like you want to go play at the next level? Just have you started that whole process? I mean, I know the whole COVID thing kind of makes people kind of put stuff on pause, but have you sent tape? Have you started that process at all?
Yeah, like my brother said, I can't really visit any colleges because of COVID. So whenever we get work together, we both send them out to coaches, and so they can get a feel of what we got. So when next year they can keep an eye on me.
Yeah. So you're sending them off to the same places, man. I mean, how sweet would it be, or how possible do you think it'll be that maybe they want to pick the pair up, other than just one? I mean, to get both of you. Just y'all ever thought about that?
We've had an opportunity, but we just gotta, we're taking every day, and we're just keep working as we can go and keep controlling what we can control, really.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all about the right fit, man. Maybe it wouldn't be the right fit. Just whatever you guys feel personally. So, I mean, that's always really important. It's all about the comfort and stuff. It's all about the right situation. So, that's good that you guys do that. Tell me a little bit about yourselves personally. I think I heard that DeAndre, you do some stuff with music.
Oh yes, sir.
In
my spare time, I like to do some music. So does my brother.
Okay.
We just my dad, he got us a laptop and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and a little microphone. So we be making beats and stuff, and just mess around with it, see what we got.
Oh yeah, so you guys you guys rap battle, stuff like that. I mean, what do you guys put down?
Well, usually he's the one that's making the music. I just don't want the computer, So I just let him do his thing, let him ride his thing, and I just cater to him, I guess, in that aspect.
Yeah. So I mean, just to see him do his thing, man, and you be there on the computer. I mean, just what are those little sessions like, man? I mean, obviously your brothers and stuff. Do you guys kind of cherish those little moments, man? Just kind of.
Yeah, it keeps us. Yeah, for sure. It keeps us together. It keeps us out of trouble.
Keeps us humble.
Yeah, and we just do things together. And I feel like the more we push ourselves together, the more farther we can get, because we're our biggest critic to ourselves. So as far as us being together and doing things together, it's only going to make us better in anything we do.
Yeah, so I can tell you guys are a pretty close knit pair, man. Has that always been the case? Coming up together. What's the age difference between you guys? A year, 2 years?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
Year and a half. So I mean, so you guys are pretty close in age, been coming up through high school together, man. Just what's that been like? I know a lot of people don't really don't always have a sibling, much less one that close. Just what's that like for you guys? You know, that you guys lean on each other. I mean, just how fortunate are you guys to have been together like that?
Well, we're pretty fortunate. When I played back in Pigeon North, he was my backup in my position. He wasn't playing receiver at that time, so teaching him everything that I knew, and always like together every day. Since the football season, you basically got to lock in. So basically, football is always bringing us close together. But I feel like if football wasn't in our lives, we still be there as like a tight bond because we always got each other's back no matter what.
Um, DeAndre, what was it like when your brother graduated and you guys had to go separate ways for this past season? Just so what was that like for you? Was there transitioning a little bit? I mean, just how was it like to deal with?
Well, when we used to play with each other, like he would have to wake me up and stuff. I never really put alarms. So when he left off to college, that's when I had to grow up. I had to do everything on my own. I had to find my own way to work out and stuff, and take myself to go train and stuff. But other than that, like I think I've got it. Like he's been a good mentor to me since I was younger. And like he said, when he was a senior, I was like his backup, so I'll look up to him and he'll help me out to get my game better. And I'm like he's a good mentor. Like I'm grateful for him.
Yeah. And Noah, I mean, just you going away for that year. Just I mean, what's that like?
In terms of what?
I mean, just in terms of, I mean, you just the same thing along with your brother. Just you always have he was always there. You guys did a lot together. I mean, now not having them, being away at school and whatnot.
Well, when I left, I was really not too social on social media or anything, but I did keep tabs on him. I wasn't always on him like how I was here, but I would just, check on him, see if he's doing the right thing, making the right choices. But I have trust in him and I have faith in him. He will do what he needs to do. So I just really focused on myself while I was up there.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, fellas. I mean, and let's talk about. I mean, go back to what we were talking a little bit more about the training and the type of athlete. Just how do you feel the area athletes here have grown as you guys have come up through high school and now you go into college, Noah? Just how do you feel that the type of athlete? How do you think it's evolved in the last few years? And where do you think they stack up right now against some of the players that you see in college, or maybe up north in some of these 7-on-7 for you, DeAndre? Just I mean, comment on that, boys.
Well, personally, I think the Valley has always had great athletes. It's just we need to be put in the position to make ourselves known. Because, since we're in the Valley, we're not too much exposed to big media outlets. But as far as like Dallas, Houston, San Antonio area, but I feel like with the resources that we do have and the trainers that we do have down here now, I feel like we can compete with anyone. It's just a matter of us getting the opportunity.
DeAndre, you have anything to add to that?
Like you said, since the past few years, like the past couple years, a lot of people have been getting scholarships. It's going up tremendously because of the exposure now that we're having down the Valley because of 7-on-7 and other stuff like that because people like to travel now. And what's it called? Like what he said is like, I forgot how to say it. I'm having a brain fart right now. I won't have to.
No, like now, definitely. I understand. Like there's more resources now. There's more
there's more resources.
people are looking for it more. I mean, the scholarships, the signings. I mean, it seems like there's one every day for no matter what sport. So I completely understand that, and I have me as a media person, I've seen it. There's some of these kids are more involved. Like more areas in the Valley are competitive, in different sports, all the sports. So, I mean, I completely understand, how things have evolved, and now that people are looking at it, that's the goal now. People are aiming there. Is especially talking to Mr. Mata that that's the goal for these kids. That's the goal for you guys. So, I mean, and it's great to see you guys doing the things that you guys are capable of now. I feel like I said it's evolved in the last decade or so. So I mean, now I think we're as competitive as ever in the Valley here as an area. But
For
Yeah,
sure.
no, guys, just I mean, just seeing the things that you guys have been doing. I mean, just what's the message to maybe some of the up and coming kids that coming into high school or they're trying to pick up football? I mean, just what would you say to them about getting to where you guys have gotten?
I would say just keep your head down and keep working, and everything will control it itself.
Believe in God.
Yeah, put all your faith in God and do what you need to do, and everything will control itself. Everything will fall into place, especially putting school first as well, because you need to put school first in order to get that scholarship or in order to go do whatever you need to do to go to the next level, go play in college or even go to college. So I would say put school first, and then football and everything will fall into place.
You just
Right.
don't lose focus.
Awesome. Well, guys, good message, good words. I'm sure your family and everybody is proud of what you guys done. It seems like you guys have a couple of good heads on your all shoulders. So I just want to say congratulations on all your success, and I really want you guys to be careful out there. And I hope we can all go forward in this, and with hopefully football season starts as planned, and everybody gets out there and back to some normalcy. So good boys, I really appreciate you guys coming on here. Taking time out of your day. So,
Thank you.
just want to thank you guys. Stay safe. And for you viewers, for joining us, thank you so much. We're gonna have another show here at 5 o'clock. Just keep it here on Real Sports Live. Go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube's Roku network, and Apple TV. You'll be able to find all our replays and all our archives on there. So thank you for joining us, and then once again, thank you for the Gonzalez brothers, Noah and DeAndre. You guys were great. It was a pleasure, and thanks for being on.
Likewise.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good day, boys.
You too.